Have you watched the show in the past, bro?
You know, very little. I'm not a TV guy. You know, I'm not. I just, if I am watching TV, it's, you know, outdoor. Like, I stay away from watching fights, or, you know, if I'm gonna watch something, it's a training, my own training video, or to analyze myself, and not to, you know, I'm not a. I've probably watched a couple of pay-per-views and here and there, because people. I did watch Pat Barry the other night and flipped it on and just watched him solely. Had my manager tell me when he's coming on. He texts me, and Pat Barry's on in 5 minutes. Turn the TV on, watch Pat, turn the TV off. You know, I'm glad Pat was able to pull off a win. But no, I think, you know, obviously there's something cool about the show. It's in its 13th season, and maybe it's whether, I think Spike is benefiting from it, and I know the UFC is benefiting from it. So, and at the end of the day, I think I'm going to benefit from it as well.
Do you think you're going to watch this season?
I don't watch Inside. I haven't. No, I probably won't. Why would I need to watch it? I've seen everything. I'm living it. So you know, I don't sit and. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to see myself on TV. I've been on TV for 13 years. You know, I know.
But there's also parts of the story you won't know, because things that happen in the house that affect the, you know, that you might not know. Wouldn't you be curious to see that?
No. At the end of the day, I'm gonna know who's winning and who's losing, and, you know. So it'll be. That's all I need to know. I don't get wrapped up in all the other stuff. That's all draining, you know. I got other things to do. I've got kids and a wife, and I'm on the road to being a champ again.
There have been things that have happened in the house in other seasons since you don't watch. You know, guys have gotten drunk like crazy. Guys have fought. Guys have peed in other guys' beds and shit like that. If a guy on your team comes up and you find them doing that kind of stuff, how do you say, hey, that's on you?
I've already informed my guys. I'm not here to babysit. I'm not. You guys can do whatever the hell you want to do. I don't really give a rat's ass. At the end of the day, if that's going to affect how you are going to, I've laid it flat out and said to the guys that I'm here to help you guys win. And if you guys want to hurt yourself in any other way, I've got no control over that. So, you know, I'm not babysitting.
You talked about your brand maybe getting some more exposure and helping. What is that brand? What side of you that you hope is shown outside of the previous experiences, like press conferences and fight in the octagon?
It's just me. I don't know. I'm not a. I'm. If you guys don't know, you get what you see, and that's me. You know, I don't. You know, I don't have another side. This isn't like I'm faking some kind of persona here. This is just me. You know, this is who I am, and that's who you're going to see on TV. And, you know, I just, at the end of the day, I'm here. It's a business trip, and I want these kids to win. I want these guys to do well, because if they do well, this is a life-changing experience. Dana White gave me a life-changing experience. These guys got an opportunity, and I told them, if you don't see this opportunity and you don't seize the moment and do your best ability to be successful here, you're only screwing yourself. And, you know, these guys are grown men. They're not little kids. You know, I think the youngest guy on our team is 22 years old, maybe. I don't know, but, you know, they're grown men. You know, so and I said, act like it. If you guys are taking this serious, then one of you all here is going to walk away, or maybe a couple, because I think in years past, if a guy lost when he shows great potential, he might end up with a contract. Or you could be like the other guys and then fighting in bingo halls and smoky bars. So.
Hey, Brock, obviously you've been a superstar in wrestling, now MMA. Is there anything that you can teach these guys how to reach that level of success, or is it just about teaching them fighting techniques?
It's been trial and error for me, and cost me a lot of money. I'm not good at it. I carry a legal team with me just for the mere fact that I'd rather pay my money up front because it's cheaper than paying it in the end. So I've been to quite a few rodeos, you know, and so I really, it's a life experience, you know, and if I could just, you know, life is full of choices, and making the right ones, and at the end of the day, if you make a wrong turn, I've made wrong turns and I've made right turns, and I've been able to land on my feet, and I don't know how the hell I've done it, but I can't put my finger on it. But at the end, at the end of the day, I feel very fortunate and lucky. I feel great for the opportunity to even be on the show. I didn't know what the future held for me after my loss to Cain. Where does this put me? Well, and then Cain all of a sudden pulls out. Well, somebody comes knocking on my door and says, "We need you." I say, well, it is what it is. The chips got to fall in the right areas, and I've been fortunate enough to, have a horseshoe up my ass every once in a while too.
Have you made faster progress than you thought when you joined? I think it was UFC 78 when you met Dana and asked to come in. Have you progressed faster in the sport than you believed you would have, or is this about what you thought?
I think I came in on pure athleticism at first. I think because I really considered myself a professional athlete, and I think a lot of these guys, the heavyweight division was weak. I don't think they were pro athletes. They didn't know how to train. I've been in enough environments, with a Division I school, and, with my short time with the Vikings. I've seen professionalism. I've been around pro athletes, so I consider myself one, and I do today. So, but I don't think these other guys got to experience these things, and they didn't know how, how to put the puzzle together correctly. And I think I rose to the top of the cream, and now I'm taking little baby steps and correcting things that I need to be better at.
What type of coach do you think you'll be on this show? More hands-on, or let your coaches do most of it, and you just chip it with advice, or how do you see it playing out?
I got people in certain areas that are qualified, and they're professional. These guys are qualified for the things that they do. Eric Paulson, he's got a number of years in combat submission wrestling. Marty Morgan can put things together. He's a Division I wrestler. I've got Luke Richardson, who's right now the current strength coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's been, he understands strength and conditioning. He just didn't go to college for it. This guy trains professional athletes on all levels. And I've got Comprito, who's a 7-time world champion jiu-jitsu guy. Greg Nelson we're bringing back in. I might bring Peter Welch back into the mix. All these guys that are qualified in the areas that if these kids need help in, I'm gonna be like a sponge as well. It's an opportunity for me to learn some things from these guys too. What to do and what not to do, and I see myself just being a mentor to these kids and and being helping out wherever I can.